the impact of slavery on our health. Mr. Hilary Beckles from Barbados, he talks about that 60% of people older than 60 in the Caribbean has hypertension or diabetes, and that's mostly due to the generational trauma that we have in this region based on the slavery past. This costs our governments of the Caribbean millions of dollars, millions of guilders dollars, because of the health issue within the community. And the drugs that are used for hypertension and diabetes, those are 95% effective on Caucasians and Africans from Africa, the ones in Africa. But within the Caribbean, they're only on the black people within the Caribbean. It's only about 70%. Those drugs are 70% effective, and that can be related to the types of to the trauma, because of the trauma that we have in this region, makes it is the cause that the drugs that are being used for hypertension and diabetes are not that much effective as compared to Caucasian and African people. A second information, a second opinion, a speech I have also of second information is from Mr. Ansana. He's a Curacao anthropologist, and he says that we have to go. We've distanced ourselves from nature. We have to go back to nature, because nature can help us with a lot of things, the way to improve our health. He also agrees that the hypertension and diabetes in this region can be related to the slavery past, but he thinks also that we must have a holistic approach towards health and towards those issues. For example, you can use like herbs for hypertension. You can use neem and garlic. I'm just giving some examples. And for diabetes, you can use moringa and noni. Those can be used to especially for the diabetes. The moringa and the noni, they like lower the blood sugar So it's a way to help. It's a way that can help also the blood sugar within the body. And also you have to recommend that we pay attention to our body and to our life. For example, when those sicknesses manifest, to pay attention what's happening in our life, because it's not It's not only the trauma, but the way we live our life also. Like it's cause is partly cause of the illness. The trauma is like is there, is there, but other causes also within our lives add to the manifestation of the disease. And based on the information that I've just said, I have concluded that the best way to deal with a health issue is by doing it holistically, by focusing more on on herbs, use drugs, the ones that the people that want to use drugs go by the doctor and then get their drugs. But besides that, you can also use herbs for the hypertension and the diabetes, and also and always take into account your life at the moment, how your life is going, what is happening in your life, especially around the time the sickness is manifesting. There's always changes in our life, by paying attention to the way things are going. For example, you're busy by your job, there's a lot of stress by the job, um, health issues, your health issue, your family health issues, children, problem with your children, all of those all types of stress um, effect does have effect on our health. So it's very important to always take into account how we are doing, how we how we are doing at the moment that the disease is manifest in our life, or go back, when it manifests, and then sit down and then go back and think what happened, what happened with whom. Maybe with your husband, maybe your husband lost his job, maybe you lost yours, children. All of that impact, it does have impact on our life. So that's like partly of the holistic approach, not only use drugs, but use herbs, and also take into account the circumstances of our life when the disease is happening, when the disease is manifesting. That's a very very important issue. And I would like also to say, work on your trauma, work on the generational trauma. Take the time, talk about the slavery issues, the slavery past. Talk about it in groups, talk about it in family gatherings or together, family. Watch the movies about it, discuss it, inform yourself how it was in those days, and pay attention how you feel. I feel when I went, for example, last year I went to a museum, a museum in Curacao that focuses on the slavery past, and I felt the difference in my body. I felt in my body, from the moment I got in, I felt differently. It really triggered me seeing all of those the ship that the slaves were being transferred in, or transported in, the way there were stocks on board the ships, uh, the the proof of abolition, slave abolition. The whole museum has had an impact on the way I felt at that particular moment. And that's And that's good because it let me know that me too has to work work to be done that related to the slavery past, and that's the reason why I went to the museum also. But take the time, do your research, talk about it, watch the film, and watch films regarding slavery past, and then during your prayers or meditations, ask for guidance. Ask for guidance how to deal with your trauma. How's the best way to deal? How's the best way to deal with your trauma for you to be able to surpass this, at least diminish it, and then at a particular moment surpasses. It's something that's worth doing. We have to do it. Think about it.